on a hard quiz. Steve, graphic designer. Expert subject, Bob Geldof. Kshira, data scientist. Expert subject, machine learning. Mike, retiree. Expert subject, the powerful owl. Jen, application specialist. Expert subject, the Matrix trilogy. Here's your host, Tom Gleeson.
Hello, how are you? Yibbity yibbita. Welcome to Hard Quiz. These contestants are protests. Last one to be dispersed will be tonight's Hard Quiz champion. To be part of the show at home, go to the ABC TV socials. Let's say hello. G'day, Jen.
Hi.
Now, you're into the Matrix series.
Yes.
Oh, like all the Matrix movies.
Yes.
Why do you love them?
I love the philosophy and the technology predominantly, and just leather and stuff in general.
Okay. Did you see them at the cinema?
Probably, I can't remember. It was 20 years ago.
And also, like, you're probably on weed.
No. Something
Checking.
mescaline.
What's
Much
it?
better.
Oh, mescaline. Okay. Whatever that is. Do you reckon it's a bit like diminishing returns, though? Like, the sequels kind of peter off. Did you hang in there?
Yeah, actually the philosophy is stronger. The movies, yeah, but the concept's definitely better.
Hopefully you're not going to be like the movies and have diminishing returns tonight.
No, never.
And you grow your own microgreens.
I do, yes.
Okay. What are
I grow
they?
A lot of they're furry little things that are good for you when they turn green, and they're delicious.
What's going on here?
Oh, you excited? Oh, you're excited. I'm excited too. It's going to be a lovely day.
That was second lockdown.
Okay.
I was really, really alone, and they were lovely friends.
Did you take mescaline to cheer you up?
I don't know my dealer anymore.
Oh, okay. Mike!
Tom.
You're really into the powerful owl.
I am.
Why?
Well, it started a long time ago, and it wasn't really until we moved into a house where we heard them around the house that I became really interested in them.
Have you ever shot one?
No.
Okay. Kira,
Hey, Tom.
machine learning is your subject. What is it?
It's teaching machines to do three things. Find, what Google does. Analyze, which is what ABC does to see why people watch this show.
Yes.
And reason, which is what all the self-driving cars are. So find, analyze, and reason. And teaching machines to do that is machine learning.
And predicting.
Yep.
Okay.
Predict.
So using machine learning, are you going to win tonight?
We'll see.
Do you not have enough data?
No, not enough data.
Okay. Now, you're a data scientist.
That's right.
You're really nerdy into numbers, though, right?
That's right.
But you like to tell people information in threes.
Yes, that's right.
So what happens if you've only got two tasty facts?
I'll spin up one more, and it'll look easier and tastier than the last two.
Oh, okay. And you read 19 books a year because why? Why 19?
Because it's a good number, it's a prime number, and I love 19 as a prime number, and it also makes sure that you don't read just one book a month, but you read more than one book a month, but you don't read 2 books a month, and so, you get it. You majored in math and science, I know, so you get it.
Yeah, I understand it, but I moved on. Steve.
Hi, Tom.
Bob Geldof is your subject. Now, how did you first become hooked in Bob Geldof?
I was probably about 15 when I was at school, and all the girls at school also fancy Bob Geldof. So I thought, well, maybe if I do like him, they will like me. So I even went out and bought a woolly jumper with the holes in it, because that's what he wore, try and get a few of the girls' attention.
Yeah.
But it didn't actually work.
Yeah. Was it because you were in the jumper? Have you seen him live?
Oh, yeah. I saw him first time in Manchester when I was I would have been about 15 then.
Yeah.
Seen him in Sydney a few times, and a few years ago he was doing a gig at Star City.
Yeah, I think we've got a photo of you when you saw him at Star City. There you are there. Wearing the same shirt, interestingly enough. What happened with this photo? I'm not sure he looks like he's happy to be in it.
Bob's coming towards me like that, because he's pretty tall. I said, "Hi, Bob, any chance I could have a photo?" He went, "Yeah, sure." But the thing was, he was facing the wrong way. The roulette tables were there. So I put my hand on his shoulder and I spun him around like that.
Oh, right.
And his leg come up and he goes, "What the are you doing?
Yeah.
I said, nothing. And I went like that. And he was holding me here.
Well, I can tell you, as a celebrity, we really love being manhandled. So when you go to one of Bob Geldof's concerts, he's a bit of a one-hit wonder. Like, how does he string out a set?
Rubbish. He's had so many hits.
Well, they've eluded me and everyone else in Australia. All right, let's play. Hard!
Expert round. Expert subject. Win or lose 5 points. Steal an answer, double points.
I'll ask each of you 5 questions on your expert subject. Right, you get 5 points. Wrong, I will take 5 points from you. The rest of you can steal at any time to get double points. Let's start with Steve and his expert subject, Bob Geldof. All right, you ready, Steve?
Yeah.
You got your favourite shirt on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bob Geldof's band, the Boomtown Rats, had a #1 hit with which song based on a quote from a school shooter? Steve?
I don't like Mondays.
Correct! And that was their only hit, Steve.
No, it was not.
Do you know the story, by the way, about that song?
Yeah. Her dad bought her a gun. He buys her one every year, and she basically leant out of a bedroom window and started shooting people at the school, all the kids and everything. Luckily, she didn't kill any of the children, but I think she killed the school principal, as far as I know. And basically, they said, why did you do it? She says, I don't like Mondays.
Thanks for depressing my audience, Steve. Here's Geldof announcing 1985's Live Aid.
This magnificent gesture, and probably the ultimate gesture on the part of the pop music, will once again draw people's attention to what is going on in a part of the world that I think most of us would sooner forget about.
The concert raised funds for famine relief in which continent? Steve?
Africa.
Correct! After almost 20 years together, TV presenter Paulie Yates left Geldof for which Australian singer? Steve?
Michael Hutchins.
Correct! How do you feel about the relationship change, did it?
Yeah, that was terrible, that. Bob was so much in love with her. And he gets his... he gets his dirty mitts on her. It's just not fair. Australians.
You're talking about Bob like he's a mate of yours. Not like someone you wrestled at a casino into a photo. Geldof sued I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here as part owner of Castaway, the company behind which reality TV franchise? It's wide open. Time's up. Survivor. Survivor. Yes, Geldof helped create Survivor. He came up with the immunity challenges before COVID did. Last question in your set, Steve. In 2016, Geldof led a fleet of boats in a clash against politician Nigel Farage while campaigning during which referendum? For the steal, it's Kshira.
The Brexit referendum.
Correct! Double points to you. Of course, it's a vote. It's numbers. And you were happy because it was an unlikely result.
Exactly.
Time now for Kshira and machine learning. So would have machine learning been able to predict Brexit?
Yeah, better.
It's easy to say that now, Kshira. A specific form of machine learning known as deep learning is used by Amazon to predict the needs of customers using which virtual assistant? Kshira.
Alexa.
Correct! Applied in machine learning to determine the likelihood of events, Thomas Bayes' seminal work on probability was published 2 years after which major life event? Kshira.
His death.
Correct! So, Kshira, can you explain Bayesian probability to us without boring us stupid?
Sure. So if you toss a coin once, you know what the probability of winning is?
Yes.
It's 50%. That's the boring probability.
Yes.
The Bayesian one says if you keep tossing it 10 times and 7 times you win heads, the 8th time the likelihood of winning heads is more than tails. So it looks into the past and predicts it better.
Alexa, make Kshira shut up. Are you sure that's right?
That's right.
Really?
Yes.
You're saying if you toss a coin several times, it changes the probability of the last toss?
Exactly.
That's not true.
That's true.
No, it's not.
Yes.
It's not. I did maths at uni and it's not. I'm just trying to help you out.
You moved.
You're on national TV being incorrect. I'm being correct on national TV. Every time you toss a coin, it's 50-50. Doesn't matter what's happened in the past.
But what if it's a bad coin and you toss 7 times and it's heads?
What, if it's a bias coin?
Exactly.
I didn't say it was a bias coin. You rigged your premise. In 2016, Google DeepMind's computer program AlphaGo became the first to beat a human world champion at which ancient Chinese board game? Kshira.
Go.
Correct. Yeah, AlphaGo was taught to play the game by humans. The next year, AlphaGo Zero taught itself to play the game and wiped the floor with AlphaGo. So, in short, we're all doomed. They tried replacing me with a computer. It's called Mastermind. Or rating 0. Devising the concept of regression, later used in machine learning, Sir Francis Galton also pioneered the study of which method of forensic identification? Kshira.
Fingerprinting.
Correct. Last question in your set, Kshira. A test to see if machines could trick people into thinking they were talking. Kshira.
Turing test by Alan Turing.
Incorrect. I'll finish the question. We're Talking with Another Human is also the name of which Alan Turing biopic? Wide open. Time's up. The Imitation Game. Probably your favourite film, isn't it? Next set of questions is for Mike on the Powerful Owl. You weren't tempted to dip into some machine learning there, Mike? Last set in the expert round, it's Jen and the Matrix trilogy. After a war between humanity and artificial intelligence leads to the sun being blocked, what do the sentient machines use to create power? Jen.
Humans.
Correct. Kshira, is this what the future's going to look like with machine learning?
Very much, yes.
Is that how you sleep at night? Just plug some shit into the back of your head? Appearing in all 3 films, Hugo Weaving told the SBS movie show that Agent Smith's delivery was styled after someone from the 50s. With what profession?
I forgot.
Time's up. Newsreader.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a 1950s newsreader. He said he didn't want to sound too robotic or too human. A glitch in the Matrix can be expressed as the strange feeling that you've already experienced the present moment, which is known by what French name? For the steal at Kshira.
Deja vu.
Correct. Black cat walks by twice, which they say is a glitch in the Matrix, or it's just a cat being an arsehole. It's hard to tell. A glitch in the Matrix can be expressed as the strange feeling that you've already experienced the present, which is known by what French name? Lead character Neo goes through a training program featuring a woman in a distracting red dress, which was filmed in front of a fountain.
Martin Place.
Correct! Double points to you. In front of a fountain in which Sydney pedestrian mall? Martin Place is correct. Martin Place is also infamous for scenes of domestic terrorism. Yeah, Sunrise. Last question in your set, Jen. In the words of the telekinetic spoon boy, once you realise there is no spoon, what is the only thing that actually bends? Jen.
Your mind.
Incorrect. It's wide open. Time's up. Yourself. Yeah, yourself. Is the whole film just a bunch of pretentious wank, Jen?
In the Matrix, you are only your mind.
Okay. But the problem is, in the words of telekinetic spoon boy, as in it's a quote, so in the words of him, once you realise there is no spoon, what is the only thing that actually bends? In his words, he says yourself.
All right, pass.
But I'm just saying, you are very brave taking on the researchers. You are one of 2, and the 2 of you have failed. We've strolled through their subjects, now let's stroll through mine.
Tom's round. Tom's subject, multiple choice.
This week I've been really getting into bubbles. They're just like the contestants on this show. One prick and they burst. This round is multiple choice. Select your answers on your screens and press the buzzer to lock in the answer. Bubbles are formed because detergent has what effect on water molecules? A, decreases viscosity. B, changes temperature. C, lowers surface tension. D, splits hydrogen from oxygen. The answer is C, lowers surface tension. The balls in bubble tea are typically made from tapioca, derived from which root vegetable? A, cassava. B, daikon. C, sweet potato. D, parsnip. The answer is A, cassava. In America, the balls are called bobber, which is Taiwanese slang for big boobs. Yeah, so it's Taiwanese titty tea. That's what it is. Bubble tea has been cancelled, sorry. Bubble wrap was originally invented for what purpose? A, packaging, B, clothing, C, therapy, D, wallpaper. The answer is D, wallpaper. Andre Royo plays a character called Bubbles in which prestige drama? A, Breaking Bad, B, The Sopranos, C, True Detective, D, The Wire. The answer is D, The Wire. All right, last question in my round's worth double points. In 2004, an Alabama man set a Guinness World Record for the largest ever bubblegum bubble, using which brand? A, Werther's Original, B, Double Bubble, C, Hubba Bubba, D, Babe Ruth, E, Scanlon's, F, Juicy Fruit. The answer is B, Double Bubble. All right, at the end of my round, Mike, you're at the bottom on 0. Get over here. What happened, Mike?
I suppose I just couldn't give a hoot.
All right. There he goes. It's a people's round.
The People's Round against the clock.
Stoke the 5, play along at home. Your time starts now. During a solar eclipse, what passes between the Earth and the Sun? Kshira.
Moon.
Yes. In Western culture, a one-handed peace gesture involves holding up how many fingers? Jen.
2.
Yes. The sea breeze that cools Perth in the summer is known by what colloquial name?
Oh, no.
Steve.
The Fremantle Doctor.
Yes. Goslamay is a stuffed flatbread from which country? Jen.
Turkey.
Yes. Focusing on brides-to-be is the TLC reality show Say Yes to the what? Time's up, dress. In his TV sign-off, who tells you to say hi to your mum for him? Steve.
Rove McManus.
Yes. Which American state flies the Lone Star flag? Kshira.
Texas.
Yes. Time's up. All right, at the end of the people's round, Steve, you're at the bottom on 30. Get over here. Where'd you go wrong, Steve?
Listening too much to Bob Geldof. Not watching The Matrix. Not looking at owls. And I don't know about numbers. I don't know what the hell that was about.
Well, I think you might have been a bit of a one-hit wonder as well. Oh. Eat shit, Steve. Help! There he goes. See you later. All right, only 2 left. Who's going to be the hard quiz champion? Kshira and Jen, get over here because it's time to play hard quiz.
Final round. Head-to-head. Machine learning versus the Matrix. Hard quiz.
Now, there can only be one hard quiz champion who gets to take home the limited edition Big Brass mug. What will you do with the mug if you win, Jen?
There is no mug.
Oh. What about you, Kshira?
As you keep saying, it's not worth anything, but it's a piece of art. So I'll take a photo and sell it as an NFT, and it'll be worth millions.
A non-fungible token.
Yes.
It's best of 5, penalty shootout style, harder questions on your expert subject. So it's Jen's knowledge of the Matrix trilogy versus Kshira's knowledge of machine learning. Let's play. Hard! Did you predict this outcome, Kshira?
No.
Jen, when Neo first meets the Oracle, what does she say to him immediately before he accidentally breaks her vase?
Don't worry about the vase.
Correct. Yeah, she's actually a computer program. Is that right?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, that has such insight into human psychology that she has clairvoyant abilities.
Yes.
Yes.
The big question is, would he have broken it had she not have said anything?
Right. Wow. Kshira, Google tested its machine learning system, Vizier, in 2017 by getting it to create the perfect recipe for what?
Vizier sounds like a doctor, so maybe the perfect recipe for a hangover.
Incorrect. The correct answer is chocolate chip cookies. Jen, on Instagram, Will Smith posted this deepfake video of himself playing Neo with a caption reading, "Now imagine Keanu in what film?"
Wild Wild West.
Correct. Yeah, Smith actually turned down The Matrix for Wild Wild West. He was apparently very confused in a pitch meeting when the Wachowskis tried to explain the film to him. He didn't get it.
Yeah.
And he was probably straight, as in none of that. Whereas if he'd be like, now I really like this film. Kshira. In 1948, Claude Shannon used an early probability tool to generate 4 sentences based on the distribution of letters in English words. What was the only actual English word longer than 3 letters it produced?
Probably go with the word, maybe looks a bit crazy, so I might say head.
Incorrect. The correct answer is way. Here's the full sentence, which means nothing, but it could get you punched in the face in Scotland. I'll try to read it. In no ist lat way catric fror burs groked pendemon of the monsters of the reptagon is rego actiona of cray. What's the point of this gibberish?
Yeah, don't worry about it, it's about the point.
Okay. Jen, at the start of the Matrix Revolutions, Neo meets a family of programs while trapped between the real world and the Matrix in a subway station with what name?
Mobile Avenue.
Correct. Kshira. A competition launched in the US in October 2006 offered $1 million to anyone who could beat, by 10%, the accuracy of what proprietary algorithm?
Netflix recommendation algorithm.
Correct. Yeah, so a bunch of nerds were able to beat the algorithm, but not long after that, Netflix changed from DVDs to streaming, so it was pretty much useless. Because this was the algorithm when they had DVDs.
That's right.
So where did you get the DVDs from? Out of a wall? Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow, how old-fashioned. It's like a vending machine. Yeah.
Hole in the wall.
All right, if you get this right, Jen, you are tonight's Hard Quiz champion. Jen, according to designer Simon Whiteley, the iconic Matrix code was derived from Japanese characters he found in what kinds of books belonging to his wife?
Sushi recipes.
Correct, which means you are tonight's Hard Quiz champion! All right, Kshira, you know what this means? Out! There he goes. See you later. Congratulations, Jen, you are tonight's Hard Quiz champion. You get the big brass mug. And you get to do the sign-off.
Thanks for playing hard.
Do you know a thing or two and have got the right stuff to fight it out for the big brass mug? Then go to hardquizcasting.com.au and get ready to play